You opened your laptop this morning with a knot in your stomach. Your freelance income is unpredictable. You don't have an employer to fall back on. And the last time you looked at health insurance, the numbers made no sense. $1,000 a month? $5,000 deductibles? It felt like a system designed to punish you for being your own boss. Here's the truth no one tells you. Health insurance as a freelancer is not just affordable, it can actually be tax-free. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how the health insurance game works for freelancers in the US, the UK, and Canada. I'm going to break down the three main options you have, the real costs for 2026, and the single most powerful tax deduction that most freelancers completely ignore. You're going to learn how to decide between the Obamacare marketplace and private insurance, whether you even need private coverage in the UK or Canada, and how to structure your business to turn your health premiums into a massive tax write-off. Let me start with the one tool that completely changes the math for freelancers in the US. It's called the self-employed health insurance deduction. If you are a freelancer, an independent contractor, or a sole proprietor, and you pay for your own health insurance, you can deduct 100% of your premiums from your taxable income. That's not a partial deduction. That's the entire amount. A freelancer paying $500 a month in health insurance is spending $6,000 a year. In the 22% tax bracket, that deduction puts over $1,300 back in your pocket. In the 24% bracket, it saves over $1,400. This deduction applies to medical, dental, and long-term care insurance for yourself, your spouse, and your dependents. You don't even need to itemize. It's an above-the-line deduction, meaning it reduces your adjusted gross income directly. The only catch is you cannot be eligible for an employer-sponsored health plan, including through a spouse. Now here's the first major fork in the road. As a freelancer in the US, you have two enrollment paths. You can go through the government ACA marketplace, or you can buy a private plan directly from an insurer. Most people assume the marketplace is always cheaper because of subsidies. That is not true. The marketplace plans are subsidized, but only if your income falls between 100% and 400% of the federal poverty level. For a single person in 2026, that's between about $15,600 and $60,240. If your income is above that, you get zero subsidy. You pay full price. And unsubsidized marketplace premiums are expensive. They can range from $270 to almost $1,000 per month. That's where private insurance comes in. Private plans, also called off-exchange or individual plans, are medically underwritten. That means the insurer checks your health history. If you are healthy, you will likely qualify for preferred rates. Private plans start around $155 per month and go up to about $600. They are often 20 to 50% cheaper than unsubsidized marketplace plans, and you can enroll any day of the year. No open enrollment window. For a healthy freelancer earning above the subsidy threshold, a private plan is almost always the better deal. So which option wins? Let me give you a simple decision tree. Scenario 1, your income is low or moderate. You qualify for a premium tax credit. The ACA marketplace is your answer. Use your projected income for the year, not your past income, to get an accurate subsidy. If your income is under 250% of the federal poverty level, look specifically at silver plans because they offer cost-sharing reductions that can drop your deductible from $5,000 to under $500. Scenario 2. Your income is higher and you are healthy. Private insurance wins. You will pay less in premiums and you can sign up any day of the year, which is perfect for freelancers whose income fluctuates. Scenario 3, you have a pre-existing condition. You must use the ACA marketplace. Private insurers can deny you coverage or exclude your condition. The marketplace is your guaranteed issue protection. Now let me cross the Atlantic to the UK because the entire system is different. The National Health Service is free at the point of use for anyone ordinarily resident in the UK. That means as a self-employed person, you don't need private health insurance to see a doctor or go to a hospital. You are already covered. So why do so many freelancers in the UK pay for private insurance? Because the NHS is free, but it is not fast. Waiting lists for non-emergency care can be months or even years. For a freelancer, that waiting time is lost income. If you need a knee surgery and you are waiting 8 months, you cannot work. Private health insurance in the UK gives you faster access to diagnosis and treatment, often within days or weeks instead of months. It also gives you more control over when and where you are treated. Costs for a self-employed person in the UK are far lower than in the US. A healthy person in their mid-30s can pay around £40 to £70 per month for comprehensive coverage. In their 40s, £45 to £90. In their 50s, £70 to £150 per month. These policies typically cover inpatient and day patient treatment, including surgery and hospital stays. You can add outpatient tests, mental health support, physiotherapy, and cancer care enhancements. But here is the critical detail. Private insurance in the UK is designed to sit alongside the NHS, not replace it. It usually does not cover pre-existing conditions, emergency A&E treatment, routine pregnancy, or long-term chronic conditions. You still rely on the NHS for those. The calculus is simple. If you are a freelancer whose income depends on you being able to work without months-long delays, private insurance is a business expense that pays for itself. Now let me go north to Canada. In Canada, every province has a public health insurance plan. OHIP in Ontario, MSP in British Columbia, AHCP in Alberta. These plans cover medically necessary doctor and hospital services. They do not cover prescription drugs outside of hospitals, dental care, vision, physiotherapy, massage therapy, chiropractic care, or most paramedical services. That means as a Canadian freelancer, your provincial plan is the backbone, but you have massive gaps to fill. The average Canadian family spends over $3,000 per year out of pocket on these uncovered expenses. That's where private health insurance comes in. Private plans in Canada supplement the public system. They typically cover prescription drugs, dental checkups and procedures, vision exams and glasses, paramedical services like physiotherapy and massage, and sometimes private or semi-private hospital rooms. Costs for self-employed individuals range from about $61 to $150 per month for basic coverage, and can go up to $400 or more for comprehensive plans that include higher limits and more services. There is also a uniquely Canadian tool that most freelancers don't know about: the health spending account. If you are incorporated and you pay yourself through your own corporation, you can set up an HSA. The corporation reimburses you tax-free for eligible medical expenses. You pay no tax on the money going in or coming out. It is effectively a tax deduction for every health expense you have. This is far more powerful than buying a traditional private plan if your health spending is predictable. For a freelance graphic designer who spends $4,000 a year on dental work and physiotherapy, an HSA can save almost $1,800 in taxes. Now here is the part where all three countries converge. You are a business,